Hey, it's Gothy, and it has been a long fucking while. I actually think it's been like 4 or 5 weeks, honestly. I'm wrecked. I'm very tired. But it's alright. I'm getting there. So, in terms of what's been happening, it's mostly just been a lot of work stuff and uni stuff and a little bit of holiday planning and that kind of thing because my first trip is coming up for the Color Cascades retreat. That's the week after next. And yeah, it's just been a lot of that. So, uni stuff, I had a break last week, and the intention was to like catch up on psychology because my textbook arrived late and I'm still a little bit behind with that. And to just sort of chill out a bit, go through, catch up on things casually, read some textbooks. That didn't happen because at work I've joined up a committee for an event that's happening in early December. And it's gotten so full on so quickly that they're actually talking about putting me on secondment so that I won't be an LAC for a little while. I'll just be doing the committee 4 days a week, which is what I usually work. So it's all getting kind of crazy. But yesterday and Wednesday I had mental health first aid training, so that took me away from everything. And I've just been here. And as I was leaving yesterday after the training, which was kind of full on, it was really full on. As I was leaving, they handed me another list of food trucks because that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's just trying to book some food trucks for the day. They handed me another list and like saying, "Oh, you've got to contact them like this afternoon, like straight away." Um, I've just sat in this like really confronting, full-on kind of training for 2 days. I'm not doing it this afternoon. I will do it tomorrow, aka today. In between all of the uni work that I now have to do because I think like 4 of my assessments are due the way around either the day that we leave or the day that we're supposed to come back. So yeah, I need to do that. Um, uni itself is going alright. Like I said, I'm still a little bit behind with psychology. Um, just because I've had a bunch of assessments and stuff to do, and the plan I had to catch up on psychology just didn't happen last week. I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly trucking along, but it's just a lot. I mean, the textbook itself is huge. Like, oh, look at this fucking thing. Like, yeah, it's huge and it's dense, and I'm enjoying it. But I've also got is also quizzes on the different sections within the chapters that I've got to do, and then I've got to do the homeworks, and then I've got to do the assessments. Um, so there's a lot actually online and stuff as well that I've got to do. Again, I'm getting there. Like I think it was chapter 4 and 5 the other day. Yeah, and it's works in progress basically. I haven't been doing much stitching though because of everything else. Um, I had a friend come over. We did some more hammer painting, so I got a little bit more progress with that, but again, not much. Stitching wise, this is what I've been working on. It's the Tiny Modernist Halloween Stitch Along. So that's the first month done. I'm working on the second part now. I've got the third part in email though, so a lot of people are finishing. This is 20 count, and this is Black Hole Sun from Color Cascade Fabrics. Um, I also have some fabric for the Frosted Pumpkin Black Hat Society stitch along, which I was like really looking forward to at first, And then when it was just like two parts, like here's the entire inside part, and now here's the outline, and we're done. Like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. So I'm probably gonna take that with me to the retreat and work on that. I still haven't started the linen and threads stitch along yet. I'll get to at some point. Um, and that's about it stitching wise. I've got to sit down sometime soon and work out what projects I'm taking with me to Perth. And just like start packing and stuff like that, which I think Andrew said he was getting the luggage down from the roof of the garage today, and we're going to weigh it and sort of see if there's going to be enough weight limit for us to actually put our clothes and stuff in. He's taken my chair today so that he can pull the batteries out and weigh the chair to make sure it's under the weight limit, because in Australia when you fly with a power chair, it has to, all the pieces have to be no more than 120 kilos. So considering the batteries in my chair are 40 kilos each alone, that puts my chair over. So we've got to pull the batteries out, put them in a separate container, and have those go. And like the airliner said, it's fine if it's in multiple pieces as long as each of those pieces are not more than 120 kilos. So he's taking my chair to work today. He's going to pull the batteries out, weigh the chair, weigh the batteries together. We're going to find a container for the batteries because they've got to have their terminals covered and everything as well to fly. And then he's going to do some servicing of the chair because there's a spring that's making some noises and stuff like that. And some squeaks and that kind of thing that he wants to fix up. So he's going to do that today and tomorrow. So that my chair is ready to fly. We're also going to be like cable tying tags onto each part of my chair that goes into the plane so that we know, so that nothing can get lost. We've got to have a little bag with the charger and a couple of tools in there just in case. And I bought a bag tag for myself yesterday. How could I not? Like, how could I not? So, yeah. Holiday wise, we've worked out our hotels, we've worked out our itinerary. There are 2 days where we're just going to sort of wing it a little bit. But yeah, it's all good. So, and we decided to board Illidan for the full time. We both couldn't really think of anyone that we could trust to house sit for us. Me with my paranoia, and just Andrew just worried that we'll have the same situation we had a couple of years ago where we had someone staying at our place, they left the bathroom window open, and Illidan jumped down. He went out and fell 2 stories. So we can't take the risk of that happening again. So we're going to board him. We went and looked at a couple of different places, so we didn't just decide on one without checking them out. We went and spoke to the people who take care of them and stuff like that. We're going with one in Beverly Hills, and it's about an hour drive from us, but they were really good. They're on top of a vet, and they use Feliway as a fairly standard thing for no extra cost. When they clean the cages, like they clean their blocks out, and then they put Feliway down. We can take our own bedding and blankets and toys and whatever else we think he'll need. Take our own food as well, so he's got all of his diet food, vet diet food. And then they put the Feliway down, so that they're calm when they go in. And they've dealt with anxious cats and stuff before. They're a vet, so if anything does happen where he starts to get blocked up because he's nervous and stuff like that, he's in the right place. Whereas some of the other ones we weren't sure about. And I mean, it's not cheap by any means, but we both left feeling really good about that place. They were really friendly, and I think it's a good one for Illidan. So I'm also going to be trying to convince them to like send me daily pictures to make sure he's okay, because I am that level of crazy cat mom. Yeah. So what else? That's been it, really. Like, it's just been a lot of that. I'll talk about the itinerary. So, Perth. So, we're putting Illidan into boarding on the 23rd of October. We fly to Perth on the 24th, and we fly back on the 30th. On the 31st, I'm taking a half day from work so that we can go and pick Illidan up first thing in the morning. We're going to try and pick him up on the way home from the airport, but we're not sure if we will be able to or not, just depending on how long it takes us to get back to the back to get the chair back, to get our luggage back, to put it all back together, get into the van, and drive there. They're reasonably close to the airport, so that should, in theory, if we get out of there fast enough, we should be able to pick him up that night and take him home and cuddle him all night, and that would be awesome. But we are looking at just alternatives, so where we have to like go in the morning of the 31st and pick him up then. So yeah, that's our flight. I've got window seats for both. And I, specified like has to be the actual window seat because anxiety, and I don't want people pushing past me on my knee because of my knees. The flight is, I think it's like 5.5 hours. But because Perth is 2 hours behind us, we fly out at like 7 in the morning and we get there at like 10 in the morning. So it's going to be a little confusing for a bit. But we fly in, we get into Perth, we get a bus from the airport into the city, and then we go to our first hotel. We're staying in, it's a 3.4-star hotel. It's actually pretty cheap, and they have wheelchair rooms. And like for a 3.4-star hotel, like they're actually really nice. And they've got a pool on the roof, which I don't know if I can get to or not, but there's a pool on the roof. It's right across from this big park, so we'll have park views and stuff, and it's really cool. I'm gonna go there, and if our room is not ready for check-in, then they're gonna hold our bags for us until it is. And we're just gonna wander the city. We're gonna look at going to, where is it? We're going to look at going to the gaming museum. It's called the Nostalgia Box, and they're wheelchair accessible. We're going to be doing the Margaret River Chocolate Factory shop that they've got in Perth. Just because trying to actually go to the factory itself, which you can do, was a little bit out of the way. So we're going to do that. We're just going to wander around randomly to see what we can find, kind of like we did when we went to Brisbane. And we're going to do that. On the Wednesday, we're going to try and get out to Rottnest Island. It's a little island just off Perth. It's like a 2-hour ferry trip each way. And where our hotel is actually pretty close to the ferry dock that leaves to go to Rottnest Island, which is awesome. And yeah, so we're going to try and get out to Rottnest Island. Rottnest Island is where you can get selfies with quokkas. So that's something that everyone wants to do. That's something that I want to do. Accessibility wise, they're pretty good. They also have beach wheelchairs on the island that you can borrow or rent or something. So that's awesome. Thursday we're doing Perth Zoo, and I'm doing that with 2 of the people, possibly three of the people that I play World of Warcraft with. So that's going to be awesome. And the reason we're doing the Thursday is because they do dingo encounters on the Thursday, and I totally want to do that. Friday, we're leaving I think we're leaving at 8 a.m. or something like that, like something crazy. yeah, so we're gonna leave at 8 a.m. We're going to go to Mandurah, which is another suburb about an hour's train trip out of Perth, and that's where the actual cross stitch retreat is. We're gonna get there really early on the Friday. We're gonna go to the hotel, leave our bags with them again before check-in, and then we're going to go and try and get onto a dolphin cruise. I've already contacted a few places, and there are a few that have vessels that are wheelchair accessible, so it won't be an issue taking my power chair on it. And we can do some dolphin cruises and like go and see some dolphins because that's something I've never actually done is see dolphins in the wild. So then Saturday and Sunday is the Stitchy retreat, and then Monday we check out super early, get back on the train into Perth, go to the airport. We fly out at 10:30 and we get back into Sydney at like 5 something, was it? 5:50. So yeah, we're flying with Virgin this time, and they seem to already be much better in terms of handling my wheelchair. Yeah, so that's our plan. That's our itinerary. We were looking. I was trying to get into. There was a place that does wheelchair tours, but I haven't been able to get a hold of them. Like they haven't answered emails. They won't return calls, so I'm just giving up on that one. The only thing we haven't really planned for is like what we're doing at night, but that's fine. Oh, and our hotel, I think for both, has like a little kitchenette too, so we probably won't have to rely on going out and eating takeout and stuff like that, which is cool. Yeah, so that's the Perth trip, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm still nervous about flying because the only other time I've flown is from Sydney to Brisbane and Brisbane to Sydney, and that's like an hour, whereas Sydney to Perth is like 5. So we'll see. Hey, baby. Hey. Come here, my darling. Look, it's an Illidan. Hey. Hey. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. I miss you lots. You're gonna hate us. You're really gonna hate us. So, apart from that, I have been adding to my stash of different things. Not so much cross stitch stash, although I have bought a few patterns the last couple of weeks. I've bought a couple of colouring books, a couple of actual books, and Wednesday night I did my BlizzCon order because they released the pre-sale. And I got a whole bunch of plushies and a Murloc onesie. As soon as I saw the Murloc onesie, it was coming home with me. Like, it didn't even matter. So yeah, I'm just waiting for a shipping notification now, which I should actually get sometime in the next couple of days, which would be really nice because that would mean it would arrive before we leave, and that could be awesome. Alright, let's see. Lots of emails. Book depository. Oh! Shipment! It has been shipped. It has been shipped. So, in the past, my BlizzCon orders have arrived within like 2-3 days. Like, they've been really quick, considering it comes from America. But it has been shipped. I am so happy now. That's totally gonna make the fact that I have to do a whole bunch of work today better. Oh, I'm so happy about that. But, yes, so, BlizzCon order. There'll be an unboxing soon, hopefully. Depending on time. Also bought a couple of shirts. They haven't shipped yet, but, what were the shirts that I bought? I got them from QWERTY. So I got 2 for me, and I got One for Andrew. I'm so happy. It's all coming. All of it. All of it. So I got one of the Cute but Deadly blind pack vinyls. Because they've got Overwatch ones now. World of Warcraft Raptor plushie, World of Warcraft Alec plushie, Cute but Deadly Murloc onesie, World of Warcraft notebook, the Mischief plush from Warcraft, the Snowball plush from Overwatch, the Pirate Pepe, and the Overwatch Sombra pillow. And then I get a free little Murloc pin as well. But yeah, that is what I got. I'm so happy things have been shipped. There'll probably be another order because what they've done in the past is as BlizzCon's actually on, they put extra things into the Blizzard shop. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that because this year I can actually afford to do that, which is crazy to me. It's not. That is a completely new feeling. I quite like it. What were the shirts that I got from QWERTY? Order history in production. So I got. So Andrew got a the first Avatar: The Last Airbender shirt. I got a Buffy the Vampire one, and it's sort of like a Tim Burton-y sort of style. It's really cool. And then I got a Symbiotes, which is Venom eating some cereal, and yeah, I'm all about that. So I'm going to go and start doing work and uni assessments and just trying to get some stuff done. No, I could show off the books, but they're all underneath stuff. I still honestly haven't even scanned my bookshelf and like done my book catalog yet. It's such a big job to do, and I just haven't got enough energy when it comes time to the weekends and stuff to actually do it. That's something I did want to show off. That's not it. So, I went into a shop that I pretty much never go into. It's called Dusk. They do, like, fancy candles and stuff like that. But they have a Halloween thing every year. And every year I go past and I just look at the giant skull candles and I'm just like, oh my god, I need them. This year, I could actually afford to go and look. Which is quite a huge deal. And I was having trouble deciding. So the shop assistant said, you know what? We get a discount for our friends that we can use once a day. You can be my friend today. She gave me 40% off. So I got some of the small candles. And I'm going to try and go back after my holiday and see if I've got any of the big ones left when they put them on sale. But, so I got black lace sugar skulls. Or black lace skull there. But, like, the packaging's like pretty fucking, full on. Oh, one of them doesn't have a case thing on it. That's alright. So, I don't know how well that's going to show up. Oh, yeah, no, it shows up pretty well. So, it's got, like, lace. Yeah, if I can see that, it shows up a bit better. It's got, like, purple lacy details through it. It's really cool. Yeah, one of them doesn't have the tea light base. The other two do. So there's 3 of those in that one. And the other one, there's also, like, these are the black sugar skulls. There's also some white ones. I had a hard time choosing between the 3. Because with the discount that she gave me, I could get 2 for $24, when these are like $20 each normally. And the other ones are these. They're really cool. They look like they're hand painted too. I mean, it's not the best painting job, but it's a candle, so yeah, very happy. And yeah, like I said, there's white ones as well. Yeah, so these three have bases to them, all three. Yeah, it's fine. That's it. I'm probably not gonna actually burn them anyway, because it's me. But yeah, those are cool. I'm very happy with those. And it's like this whole thing, like, you know, booking all the stuff for the holiday and stuff. Like I've paid for most of it, and then Andrew's paid me his share and stuff like that. It's all sort of like just, yeah, like I can actually afford to do these things now, and it's new and scary but awesome, and yeah. I should check my work emails. Yeah, so like next week I've got 3 full days of training, and then there's okay, it's just a training reminder. That's cool. I can go in the bin. Oh, okay, cool. Someone's moving. This is not relevant to me. Cool, because I'm waiting for an email from Mental Health First Aid Australia about getting a certificate for the training that I did yesterday. But then there's also like an online quiz where you can become accredited and become an actual mental health first aid officer. So I want to do that because I think that would be very handy. Anyway, I'm gonna go and upload this, and I'm gonna start setting up all my work stuff and trying to get that done. So talk to you later. Bye. There's a button. There's a button.